Hello everyone, this is Joe, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to continue a playthrough of Shapes 2, and today's theme is refactoring. So far what we've been doing was finding a problem, solving it locally, and sending it to our vortex. Which there's not much wrong with that. It works, but doesn't scale as well. What I would like to do in this episode is to take advantage of the trains that we unlocked, and refactor this whole thing, except maybe what we've done recently. The reason why we can do that now compared to before is that the rail doesn't cost anything to build. Simple, if I put a belt from here to here, that's 64 platform points. While for your train, the rail costs absolutely 0. So I'm going to take advantage of this to rebuild our whole factory. The pattern I'm going to do will be in 3-step. On the outer ring, I'm going to do the extraction and refining like we've done here. Maybe not that complicated, but the same pattern. The second step will be to bring that material to a store where we'll be able to build the different shapes, which would be similar to here, where we receive a bunch of shapes and we build the shape that we want. And step number 3, we're going to send all this to our vortex. I think that's going to be fun. Let's begin. I'm going to start with step 0, will be to make a big cleanup. The only thing I'm going to keep is what comes by train. Everything else, I'll delete it. And I'll deal with it afterwards. And everything that was not a train is gone. It's a little bit scary to do this, but it's going to be worth it. I'm going to start with the vortex area because I want to know how much space I have to deliver things. Alright, our first delivery section ready. Alright, so we have 2 nice little lanes for the shipping part of our pattern. I'm going to add 2 platforms, but I'm not going to commit on the design yet. Just to get us thinking later. Okay, so now that the cleanup is done, I'm going to start by redoing the first operator level shape. I'm going to need white circle, white squares, and colored squares. Let's find a good source of this. I got my square here. Complete circle as well. Oh, there's some here. I'm going to start by doing a massive extraction of the squares. And let's build our train here. I'm going to stick with 3 for each shape for now. I'll just make sure to leave some space for expansion. Same thing here, I'll leave a couple space extras. I want to maximize my train usage. I'm going to fill at least 2 levels, and in the future a 3rd level. And this is getting filled up. And there we go. Our train is getting filled up. Oops, I forgot the train stop. There we go. Alright. We'll try to do exactly this for the circle. There we are. Just need a couple of belts and I'm good to go. Look at this efficiency. So we have our extraction area here. We don't need any transformation for this. This is the raw material we need already. All we need now is also to paint some of these shapes red and blue. Right, I'm gonna replicate this. And I'll make some painting station around specific colors. I don't have a plan yet for the different colors I want to use. An example, do I want to use a green train versus a red train? But to differentiate them for now, I'll put it green. At some point I might change this if I need to have better routing. There's no green color in the operator level shape we're doing, but I'm still going to prepare the trains for 3 colors. Alright, let's bring the train to the paint. It's going to be our green paint. Same thing here, I'm going to use both levels to maximize the throughput. I'm going to create a reusable platform for different colors, but it's not going to be as generic as what I built last episode. I always like to start with a more concrete pattern since we're rebuilding everything, and then maybe in the future I'll make it more generic. If I want to do everything on one platform, I need to double the number of machines there. Still have a bit of issue with space, but I'm almost done. I'll figure it out. See, I'm almost there. Just have to get the belt here, which didn't be that bad. I just need to leave enough space. There we go. Now we need paint here, but otherwise we're good. That's why you watch this channel. It's not to get the cleanest solution. It's to get something that looks like that. I'll even make it neater. See now, look how clean this is. But yeah, I'm surprised it's working. It took me so long because I really wanted it to fit on one long platform like this. Okay, well, that's gonna be our giant pattern for painting. Now that we have this, we have a way to paint 2 levels of shape and expose it somewhere else. Earlier, I wasn't sure what I would do with the train color. I'm gonna use the red train to deliver items that are ready. And green will be for our intermediary shape for now. So I'll create a red train to bring it to the next area. Yeah, I'll make it at least 3 long, the train. I'm going to use 1 wagon per shape type. Yeah, look at this efficiency. We have this nice little pattern, easy to replicate. Let's do this in the blue color. Well, it's just in the red, it's next to it. I'll show you how simple it is. First of all, I'm just going to put the platform. Then I loaded up the paint. We need to load the shapes. It's going to be like this, except I'm going to use the second one. I'm going to bring the train with the circles here. And here I'm going to load the red circle, also in the first wagon like the green side. Let's look at this crazy painting action. The game is finding the right shapes on the bottom left, so it should be good. Next, we need the blue. I'm going to use this one here. Yeah, again, further, doesn't matter. And this one, it's angled the same way, so I don't even have to think. It's a bit further than I thought. I have to bring the train back so it can continue the loop. And I just need to do the train routing. So our train will come here, drop its package in the first one. Let's follow it to be sure. And there we go. We should have a train filled with blue circles. Alright. I'm gonna do it one more time, but for the squares. I just need to bring the squares here to be painted. I'm gonna create a second green train that will bring the square everywhere. I'm not gonna show all of them, but as you can see here, the blue is the same thing we've done for the circle. And square are gonna go to the second one. I didn't want to think too much for now on this, so I'm just creating alternative train tracks to bring the shapes down to the blue. This should include blue squares as well. I'm gonna go do the other 2 colors. See, now we have space level spaghetti belts. Alright, so I also completed the red, which means that our first step is completed. Alright, now we can go to step 2, which is to transform and build our shape. So now if I go back again to our milestone, we need the white, the red, and the blue, and assemble it in the shape. We create an assembly area randomly around here for now, because we happen to have all our shapes here. I just want to keep the idea of extraction and refinement, transformation, and then delivery. Where's the vortex? Now we have a lot of space. I'll do it here. For this first one here, I'm not going to do the concept of a store. I just want to get the train that has the right shape to the right place. And I'm going to be stingy on this one. I'm not going to do a 4 belts worth of it. I'm just going to do 2 so we can keep some of the shapes. Like in real life, our trains will take a lot of space because currently we have this shape split in 4 different trains. So this one will be this one here. It's the closest. This will be our distribution platform, though, at least. And then we'll have a second train here, which will be for the circles. Here's right on time our first delivery. And now we need the red circle and the blue square. Alright, I have the 4 different shapes delivered now. Even though I'm only going to use 2 belts, I'm still going to pull it from the 2 layers. I don't want to have a floor that's always full and not in use. Okay, so I have all my shapes. A little operator level. Our working area will be here. Now we have the easy part left. We just need to assemble our shape, which is just a matter of cutting, rotating, stacking, even more stacking. And this is ready to be picked up and brought to the vortex. So that's enough to barely fill one cabin of a train, so we don't have to worry. I don't have the next color of train, but I would have put a different color to show that this is the delivery train. For now, I'll go back to green for no reason. This seems to be going at max efficiency, that's a good sign. I'm going to add to what I created at the beginning of the video. I'm going to add a train stop so we can unload. So far it's going to be 2 platforms, which means you could put 4 unload docks here. I'll support more in the future. And our little train will go join this. We should start very soon to start having, again, our milestone being produced, but twice as fast. Oops, I forgot to prepare the unloading docks. And there we go. I'm gonna wait a little bit to see if it makes it to the vortex. And we should see the star appearing very soon. There we go. And on the other one too as well. Alright. And now I'm going to concentrate on some of these tasks. I maybe won't show as much details, but I'm going to follow the same pattern. Let's start with this shape here. Let's explode it. So we need squares of every colors, which we have. And we need this shape that we didn't build yet in the same pattern. Let's see if we have a good way to extract this shape around here. Here's the doubles, that's pretty good. I could reuse the pattern that we've done last time, but it's a little bit overkill since we don't really need something generic. I'm just going to split it in half. Sorry, cool pattern. It won't be forgotten. I'm going to follow what I've done this episode. I'm going to do it on 2 floors. Alright, so we have 1,000,000 halves of these shapes. I think this pattern will be aesthetically pleasing. We really just have to rotate it 180 degrees and just stack them on top of each other. Alright, this is much more compact than the monstrosity we did for painting. I think I could have fit that in a small one. Yeah. That's a nice little platform, so I'm going to save this. Alright, so if we want to fill our train, that means that we need to have, so this is only half of a level. That means that 2 of them is a wagon. Alright, copy paste time. That looks like a lot of extractor just to fill 3 wagons. In this case, I'm not going to prepare every color, I'm just going to do the ones I need. I'm going to check before saying this, and I need it right after. Yeah, I need it right after. Never mind. So I'll do the green as well. I'll do the same pattern exactly I've done with the other ones, which means I'll create one train, the green train, to go load up the colors. You have to do the same thing in here, except I'm going to put a green train. There we go. So let's go paint. Blue, green, and red. All right. I'll do this off camera. I'll be right back. Everything should be ready. I'm going to go test it. I created the exact same pattern here. Well, I think it's just that there's none left over, so let's see it in action. Alright, and that will fill up. We get the paint here. And this is sent in the 3rd slot. If I go look at the green, something similar here. The green is starting to be delivered here as well. If I look at the red, And the same thing should be ready here. And I'll go check out this source. Maybe I have an issue because it seems a bit slow. Okay, everything seems fine. Just make sure they're all linked. And you have another operator level. Oh, this pattern doesn't work. The stacker is too slow for the throughput that comes behind it. That's why it was not going very fast. Let's see what's the slowest. Maybe it's not that bad. Each of these lanes will go at 40 meters per minute. And this is 20, which means we just need to double the setup. And it would probably work. I'm going to do it here, just to do a little test. And we just need to join these two belts. I'll at least do this one. No, that should go at 60. Oh yeah, some of them needs to go on the second level, that's why. Alright, now it should go maximum speed. I'm gonna save this again as my pattern instead. It's not that much more space. Alright, I'll fix it. Alright, so that's how it should look. Each platform is fed by a top part and a bottom part, and that goes into the train. So once all the shapes arrive, it should be going pretty quickly. Alright, I'm gonna start building the next shape. I really just need a shape of every color for this one. We did our manufacturing around here, so I'll do the same thing. The difference though is that I'm gonna try to do more of a store pattern. But I'm going to start with the blueprint to assemble the shapes on top of each other first. This platform will assume that we have our train that brings the colored shapes. And this is the three of them. So this is circle, square, and then the weird shape. So here we just need to do some type stacking. So this little pattern here will create two of these complete shapes that we need to merge on top. In fact, it's going to create a full shape, which means we get a lot of it. I'm making a lot more than I was thinking because we need a quarter of each, but that's okay. We need to do this 4 times for the 4 colors. And this is where we're going to create our store pattern so we can reuse these shapes afterwards. And I'll go get my colors right now. Let's do green here. Yeah, the red train already comes here for this purpose. We'll make it do a little stop first. I think the red shapes are all here already. Okay, let's see if we have the right shapes. Yes. Before we go too far, and at least we know we're going to be good with this. Okay, now we should have the blue train here. And here I'm going to do what I've done with the other one. The reason for this is that I don't want to have to calculate too much where I'm using the different levels. So like this, I'll always be using all the levels. And finally, for the white shapes, I'm going to create an intermediary train that will collect all the different shapes and then deliver it to our store. So that's going to be kind of a mini distribution center. Alright, that's now the 3 shapes sent to this platform here. And I just need to load up the train. By the way, if you have a good name for these, let me know in the comments. I'll use this moving forward. Alright, well, we have all the shapes we need. Now we need to build the shape, which is now the easy part by now. I'll take all the shapes and send it to an intermediary platform. On this platform, I'm going to split it in quarters. Alright. I've repeated the same thing for every colors. By the way, I think I said it before, but you can start filling other shapes that you're not there yet, so I'll do both at the same time. That's why I was kind of getting extra shapes here. And now I just need to do a little merge area. So I brought all my shapes here. Now it's going to be a matter of doing a lot of stacking. So this is the one with the green. I'm going to put this one here. It's a bit closer. And this one's the one without the green. Alright, so that's ready to load up. I'm going to do a copy of this. I'll do a throughput of 2 belts for both shapes. Okay, so that one's also okay. And we'll send that to be loaded on our train. So this is this train here. We have 2 new shapes, so I'll use the other 2 wagons. So if we connect the belt, I think it's gonna get all the way to our vortex. Alright, that's supposed to be working for all of them. And we'll load it up on our train. Let's make sure our train delivers correctly, so that would be the 3rd platform. We haven't configured the delivery area yet, so I'm gonna do that. And the 3rd platform here, this one will be a 2nd floor one. Look at this, train traffic, woohoo! Alright, the first box is here. I'll just follow it to make sure it's delivered correctly. Alright, let's go see this at the vortex. There's our big box. Alright. See, there's a little lock icon. If I go to the task, you see the numbers increasing. Alright, I'm going to continue completing the tasks. Yeah, some of them are not following exactly the same pattern, but I'm going to try just to clear as many tasks as possible. If there's anything interesting along the way, I'm going to do a quick pause and show what's happening. Otherwise, I'll do a little jump cut here, just the time to do some of the more boring stuff. Well, it didn't take me long to do a little stop, but here's a good example of how we can scale things up much quicker with our new pattern. It's the same shape on top of our milestone, then on top of the blue square here. And we're currently just delivering the blue square here. Well, I guess it's not really a square. It looks kind of like a save icon. Thank you, game, for putting it right in the screen. I'm going to double up kind of the delivery here. Maybe do deliver it nearby so that it can be combined. Okay, this one will be an easy one to double up. Last episode we were only using 1 level of our train. Just need to send twice as much material. Now we should have 2 of this shape being loaded up. And the other one's almost done already. And now we go here. We're going to have a 2nd level delivered. I'm going to duplicate the platform that we have here. Add some paint. So convoluted, jeez. Just this because I didn't want to put belts around. And I just need to load this up on the 2nd floor. I feel this episode I've been using the 2nd floor much better than in the past. Alright, so that doubles the green shape that we needed for our 2 new shapes. That seems good. Second step, I've brought all my green shapes here because I want to be able to combine this shape for the milestone as well as, for now, do this one with the blue square, which we have right next door. I've repurposed the train that's currently used for delivery so that it transfers the shapes between the 2 platforms. And the idea is that when it comes back afterward, we'll send the train to unload it with what we're going to load from here afterwards. And creating the rest of the shape will be pretty simple. We just need to put them on top of each other in both cases. Oh, we finished the other one. 12 points, nice. Oh, we can start thinking of other upgrades. Oh, there's so many good upgrades. I kind of want the 3rd floor, and maybe that's for later. And the fluid trains could be nice. You know what? Those are super cheap. I'm gonna make our train faster. Alright. This thing is annoying me. I'll just unlock the label. Alright, this is a little souvenir. That will be ready for our train to go back to the vortex, which should be the same one here. Now we have two shapes. Put it at the minimum. Currently I only have this shape completed, but afterwards I'll do the milestone one. I just need to join back what I had before. Alright, so we're sending it to the third wagon. I don't think that's what we had before. I'll be cheeky and I'll just move the train stop. And I just have to fix the delivery area here. Why are we even loading those stupid circles? Oh, because we were using it for what? Oh yeah, I remember we're building some shapes near the vortex. The mystery of the stupid circle has been solved. I don't want the same thing then here. Just one level up and we should be good to go. Now I'm gonna repeat the same thing but for the milestone shape. So next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the second floor of this. I'll bring this here. And I'll grab some ninja stars from the train that's nearby. So I'm gonna do something similar. I'll do a second floor here. And I'll just take it from that train. I'm gonna add a stop here and I'll offload it. And then it's just gonna be a matter of building the shape and loading it in the train. I forgot the shape was red, so I'm also painting it before sending it to our area. So instead of sending it directly, I built a little stop here to load up the red shape and then sending it where I'm gonna assemble it. Now we simply want to combine it. I want to check what's the next milestone after this. So it will be to combine the two shapes, but not in the same order. Which is going to be easy if we combine both shapes in the same place. It's just going to be a matter of piling them up back in the right order. And one more operator level. I'm just finishing stacking the two shapes. Alright, so that should be the right shape. I need to send it here. Right, we have our first delivery of our first milestone. And that was already configured well before, but I don't trust myself. Alright, yeah, it should be good. Okay, so for the other milestone, as I was saying, I want to combine them around this area here. So that I have access to all the shapes when I need to combine it. The issue is that the train with the blue item goes here. And I don't want to make it go all the way there and then back. So I'm just going to create some kind of little transfer here. We're not using the second floor, we're sending this target, so I'll send it in the second floor here. And I'll make it a green train. We don't have other colors for now. I'll make sure I get the right track. It's this one here. Here I'll take advantage of using the same track at least. Oh, our train has red ninja stars on it. That's not good. Okay, where did it pick it up? Oh, okay. Since I'm reusing the same track, it gets loaded up when it stops here. Since I'm using a green train, I'm going to do a train bypass. And I just have to set the routing for green to go left. And this is loaded up. Here it should go around this loading station. So it's not going to get polluted. And it should drop this one on the second level here. Alright, we're good to go. And we want to put it in this one on the second floor. And at our vortex, I'm just redoing a bit the configuration because everything was really messy. We didn't have the space to have another shape. Alright, I'm gonna fix this now. I don't need this. There we go. Alright, same thing, but less convoluted. Might be ready for the next milestone in the next video because it's really not much new patterns left to do that we haven't done in here. And this is all being filled up. This is good to go. Alright, this was another good little example of how we can use train to refactor. Alright, I think it's a good place to stop this video. We did a very good refactoring of our base using trains, and also switched to pattern that makes it much easier to do future shapes. In the next video, I'm going to improve the store pattern, as you can see a little bit in the background, as well as complete the milestone and unlock color mixing. If you liked the video, please consider hitting the like button or leave a comment. As usual, thanks everyone, and have a great day.